Welcome back, IBB Nation. It's IBB Gary.
And IBB James.
And we're here with a very special guest here today. And we're going to have her share her hashtag IBB Top 3 Keys to Success.
And Cindy Gill, CPA with Budget Ease. And if you wouldn't mind just explaining to everybody kind of, I know that, being a business owner is extremely stressful in its own right, but most people don't get into business thinking like, oh, I can't wait to crunch the numbers. Like, I can't wait to check all my receipts. So you step in and say, all right, let me take that away. Let me take that stress away from you, and we'll make sure everything is in good order to hand off to the accountants, correct?
Right, and
Okay.
and what James is talking about is financial data. So things small business owners really don't want to spend their time doing is balancing their checkbook, writing their checks. They'd like to make deposits, but sometimes they don't keep track of where the money's coming from. So we help do that.
Very good. All right. So
Thank you.
You help keep business people sane. So,
That's right.
Okay. I like it. So, but well, yeah. So I know that we discussed doing your top 3, and there's a certain step that you always ask people to kind of help ensure that they're successful in what they're doing. So you kind of flipped the script on us today.
Yeah.
So without further ado, we don't really know where this is gonna go, but Cindy said, "Hey, here's my idea," and every idea that you've had that I've known since I've known you is a good one. So we're gonna trust in you, and here we go.
Okay, so these are principles to keep in mind when you're considering how you might succeed both financially and personally.
Okay.
And maybe when you're done answering all these questions, you will find out your ultimate purpose
I like it.
I like
in
that,
your
yeah.
in your business life. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, put you on the spot a little bit.
No pressure.
Yeah, right.
No pressure.
Tables have turned.
Yes. Okay.
So, this first question is a question that everybody asks when you're trying to discover your career and get you thinking along the lines of what you want to do. And this actually doesn't count, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway.
Okay.
And that is, what do you love? Do what you love.
What do you love, James?
What do you love to do?
If I really had to take a step back and say, what do I love? I love people, and I feel that, that's a very vague answer, but I feel
Very
that
broad.
my love for people and their success has allowed me to be successful in my own right in that pursuit of helping them. So, but yeah, I know I feel that every day I'm re-energized when I'm with other people.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. That's a perfect
Okay.
answer because it's broad. And
Okay.
as we go through,
So that was a good thing.
Yeah.
That was
Okay,
very
all right.
good. It was very good. So,
All right,
so
all
as
right.
we go along, do you want to add or do you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, mine is also people. Sorry, IBB Nation, but me and James are on the same wavelength.
Yes.
But helping people, maybe get to the next level or just help them make some sort of change that may redirect their day or, essentially maybe their entire life. That is probably one of the most rewarding things to me. And so people, vague, perfect.
All right.
So people say, "Oh, what do you love?" Okay, I love people.
Mhm.
All right. Well, okay, pretty common anyway.
Okay. All right. So we're not unique then. Okay. All
No,
right.
but that's okay because now we're going to get to the 3 really important questions.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So think about what you love,
Okay.
and then think about what are you good at. No, not what you're good at. What are you great at?
Great at.
What are you
am I
great
great
at
at?
doing?
Gary, you can go
I think
first.
I'm great at making people smile and making them laugh.
Okay.
What about you, James?
You
can't steal that
I
one.
was hoping you'd talk a little longer. So, what am I great at? I've especially recently, I've had people say, James, you are great at bringing people together.
Okay.
And you're great.
Connecting.
You're great at connecting people, and that's something that I just watched my mom at her business when she started her business when I was in college. Just watching her, there'd be different parents bringing in their kids and say, oh, Susie, you need to talk to Sherry, and Sherry, you need to talk to Steve, like, and she was like getting them jobs at the other place, you know, like she was just basically the ultimate connector. And when I started in business, it's just something that, looking back, that was really something that, to her credit, being able to watch her, something that I really picked up and ran with was just how can I connect, you know, you, Cindy, with Gary and whoever else is out there that hopefully you can, you know, life's never easy, but if we can at least make it easier on each other, then that's kind of like my ultimate thing that I strive for.
Yeah,
so,
and to that point, you know, putting people at ease, helping them smile throughout their day, find that one good thing. Yeah, at budget ease.
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Making people smile, making them feel good, you know, sharing a laugh, and just, you know, that's another thing, just connecting. It might not always be on that, you know, connect person, you know, I need to get you connected to this person, but it's just you and I are connected because we're sharing this moment together. And you know, we're good people trying to help each other do great things. So
Okay. So if you think about what you love, and you think about what you're good at, what you're great at, you identify your passion. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
So let's think about the next thing, and this is critical. Can you get paid for what you just talked about? I want you to think about it. Okay. And I'm going to share my thought process. So I love working with people, and I love music, and I love learning and then sharing my expertise. I've had a chance to think about this.
Okay. I'm more prepared than
All right. And what am I good at or great at? I'm a good listener. I am okay with singing. I mean, no, I'm okay. I'm good with singing. I can hold my own.
Right.
And I'm good at making sense out of a lot of financial information. I can do financial reporting, things like that.
Yeah.
And so I think about, okay, well, what can I get paid for? And I think about the singing part, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to get paid for that.
There's still time.
Yeah. But you know, that's not what I decided to focus on. And what I decided to focus on was getting my credentials to become a CPA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And to learn how to actually have the credentials to do the financial reporting, and to eventually get a job, gain experience, and go from there. So when I identified what I was great at and what I was great at that I could get paid for, I discovered my profession.
I like
wow.
Touche.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, can you get paid for? Yeah, no, I feel.
You guys talked about comedians.
Yeah.
Like being a comedian.
Yeah, no.
And I guess you could do.
Yeah, but no, I think
that
was. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm so excited that you shared that, because that's been something too. I know when I'm trying to help guide someone towards the right thing is like, there's going to be multiple things that you're great at, but what's the one thing that there's an actual career
path for?
And again, it's not the music. You know, for me, like, you know, I played.
Also, wasn't the music?
I was into music too. Living in grandma's basement, but no, there comes a time where you have to make a choice of if I want to be serious about, you know, having, you know, a family or a house or just whatever it might be. If I want to take those next steps, there's certain. I mean, things cost money, so money isn't everything; it just pays for it. So, but like, no, I think that was fantastic. How you said, hey, I love these two things, but this is the one thing that
I can get paid for.
So
yeah, thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. I
Well,
like
you
it.
have to get practical.
Yeah,
Yes,
right,
practical.
yeah.
Dream big,
Right.
but
Okay.
yeah.
We talked about what you love, what you love to do, what you're good at, and we talked about what you can get paid for of those things.
Very important. Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
now to look at the big picture, we got to sort of step back and look at the big picture and see if what your product or service is marketable. And you have to think about what the world needs. How does your this thing that you're thinking about becoming your business, how can you position itself so it fits in with the greater need, the needs of the world.
I love it. That's
And
very cool.
Yeah, and
That's very
so
cool.
yeah, so when you do that, when you link what you can be paid for, and if you can figure out how the world needs it, then you've discovered your vocation. Okay?
All right. I like it.
And then just to bring it full circle, if you can figure out what the world needs, okay, in this, figure out how your vision figures into what the world needs, and you bring it full circle to see what you love, you connect it to what you love, you found your mission. So,
I like it.
and then ultimately your purpose. So if you can find a commonality between these things that we just talked about, you've identified your purpose, and hopefully with your purpose you can become very successful for what you do.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Every time I thought you were done impressing us, you weren't. So thank you. Okay, Cindy, so can you give us like a real life, kind of step-by-step example of what you and your team have done at Budget Ease when it comes to connecting, what you're great at, what you're paid for, what the world needs, and your mission and your purpose and all that. So it's such amazing stuff, but too, I feel that a lot of people have heard something, not that exact step by step, but something similar, but it's always the questions like, how do I use this in real life? So if you could kind of give us an example, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, well, the woman that started Budget Ease, she had a vision, and she noticed that there was a difference between, there was a disconnect between what the business owner could provide in terms of financial information that an accountant could use to put into a tax return or into a set of audited financial statements. There was a gap there, and that's where she focused her services. So she got together a group of people that love working with numbers, and they're good at it, they're skilled at it, and they're credentialed. They get paid for it. They're a service that will be paid for, and then the world needs it, because you can't have a business owner spending their time balancing their checkbook and paying their bills when they need to actually be running their business. And you can't have an accounting firm spend all this time, getting the bills paid and stuff before they can actually do the tax return. So we are right there in the middle, and it's been a success.
That's fantastic. Very good. Very good.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
Your
My pleasure.
IBB top 3 with us, with the IBB Nation. Thank you so much.
Yes, IBB top everything.
Top
That's
everything,
awesome.
yeah.
Very
Tops
cool.
everything.
So,
IBB tops everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But all right, well, once again, thank you to Cindy for being here. I'm IBB James.
I'm IBB Gary.
And you stay burn proof. We'll catch you next time.